Hello traders, welcome to the channel. So we hop in the weekly time frame and we highlight the close of the previous candle. After highlighting the close of the previous candle, we also highlight the lower wick. Remember, the close of the previous candle is acting as our entry, whereas the lower wick is acting as our TP. Then we hop in H4 time frame. In the 4-hour time frame, we look for a market trend. We can clearly see it's a bearish market. If we zoom out correctly, we can clearly see it's a bearish market. We can see the lower high, lower lows, and market is breaking structure to the downside. And this is the first point on the lower high. This is the first touch there, and there's another touch on the lower high again. Two touches validates what? A trend line. Then we have a trend line. But we need most recent price action, so we look again for another lower high, first touch, and then we see a second touch on another lower high. But then there's another lower high which is slightly higher than the previous lower low, and then two touches validates a trend line. And we can clearly see now we have a trend line which is happening at the most recent price action, and at the bottom we see a lower low, first touch there, and then there's a second touch on this lower high. And it also validates a trend line. Then we hop in H1 time frame. In H1 time frame, you can clearly see there was this high, price was correcting there, and price failed to break that high, and it made correction. You know, the market moves in two phases. Either it's correcting or it's impulsive. So it corrected there, and that acted as my resistance area, and that previous resistance acted as support there. As price bounced off there. And also I'm waiting for price to break that previous resistance, now support, and there was my entries. Once price broke that, I knew I was gonna enter, and now I'm waiting for TP.